This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
The scoring for the Stompers in that game, and Jacob Cox delivers outside at 6:07. And we're off and rolling here tonight at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Justin Bird, Cody Bishop, and Louis Martini in the top of the first inning against Jacob Cox. Fastball, cutter, slider, and he misses outside to Bird. It's 2-0. Stompers 14-3 here at this ballpark so far this season, 4-2 against the Stockade. Left-handed hitter Justin Bird at 252 to lead off the ball game, and 2-0 pitch is hit in the air to right. Williams goes back at the track. He looks up, and a leadoff home run for Justin Bird for the second time this year against the Stompers, and quickly the Stockade out to a 1-0 lead. For Justin Bird, his 7th home run of the season. Seems like all this week the Stompers have had to come from behind. Last night trailed 2-0 before putting up 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th to win that game 4-2. Trailed early against Vallejo on Thursday night, and the first pitch to Cody Bishop is fouled off to the left. Made a comeback in that game on Thursday night, but fell just short 7-6. And then against Salina here on Wednesday, trailed 1-0. After a Justin Bird solo home run, and then won that game 7-1. The 1-0 pitch is rolled on the ground to Chris Quitzer. He fields and flips to Jacob Cox. 1 out in the top of the first. Bishop grounds out to Quitzer. And here's Louis Martini. Defensively behind Cox tonight, it's Barfield in left, Hubbard in center, Williams in right. Make that DeAngelis in center. Hubbard's the DH. Gatta's at third. Barrios at short. Romero at second. Quitzer at first. And Bronson Butcher behind the plate tonight. Here's Louis Martini, the right-handed hitting shortstop, and Cox deals low. In 2 starts this year, Cox is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Martini is well short of the plate as it skips in. 2 balls and no strikes. In that start that Jacob Cox won, it was at San Rafael, a Sunday afternoon game, 4 no-hit innings. Finished 5 innings, allowing just 2 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 2 in that game, but his last start, he got a no decision. It was here last week against the Napa Silverados. He only went 1 2/3. Allowed 6 runs, 2 earned, 5 hits and 5 walks, just 1 strikeout in the last start for Jacob Cox. Luckily, the offense came to life and won that ball game 11-9, giving him the no decision. There's his 2-0 to Martini. He chops it slowly up the third baseline foul, and it's 2-1. Stockade already lost in Napa today, 11-4, and Vallejo hosts San Rafael, and the Admirals lead that game 7-2 already, and they're only in the top of the 3rd inning. The 2-1 pitch is shot foul down the right field line. 2-2 on Martini, the shortstop hitting at 270. There's everybody in action in the Pacific Association today. The 2-2 pitch from Jacob Cox. Outside and low. And the count is full. Fastball, cutter, slider, the fastball, low 90s, and Cox has gotten it up to 96 this year. That was actually the last pitch he threw in that start at San Rafael. Pitch number 73 came in at 96. Here's his payoff to Martini. He shoots it wide of the first base bag by a couple of feet. And the count remains full. Bird, Bishop, Martini, then Canella, Gelfman, Wooler, Rocker, Kozak, and Artson for Salina, who lead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Cox out of the windup. He deals on 3-2, and Martini rolls it foul. That was the slider from Cox. Three balls and two strikes. D'Angelo is shaded toward right center field. Everybody deep around the infield. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, and Cox has his first walk of the ballgame. Jacob Cox, who started the season in the bullpen as the closer. And then with the struggles of Ethan Gibbons, they flipped. Gibbons went to the bullpen. He's done very well since going to the bullpen. Cox's first start was brilliant. Struggled last time out, and now a runner at first and one out, and the Stompers trail 1-0. The first pitch to Cosimo Canella is low. Martini leads from first after the walk. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Canella swings through the cutter, and it's 1-1. Bird solo home run over the right center field wall, and Williams just ran out of room. Thing scraped the wall when it got out of here. Cox on 1-1, and Canella chops it softly on the ground. Left side, got it, charges heel field. The throw to first is his only play. Canella's retired. For the second out, Martini moves up to second base for Zane Gelfman. So an early RBI opportunity for Gelfman, hitting at .302 with 10 home runs and 21 runs batted in. So Gelfman trails only Dondre Hubbard in the Pacific Association home runs. Hubbard has 11. Runner at second, 2 out. Gelfman, the right-handed hitting third baseman, steps out. Cox sent at the chest and deals a first pitch to Gelfman, a cutter on the outside corner at the knees. And it's 0-1. Second night in a row that DeAngelis is getting the start in center field, giving Dondre Hubbard a break defensively. He's the DH tonight, so with DeAngelis in center, Barfield moves out to left. And he only got one fly ball last night. 2 hit in his direction. One of them was Akins, and he hit it out of the stadium. Butcher backhands the pitch in the dirt from Cox, and it is 1-1. The other one, a nice easy fly ball to Barfield. We were wondering how long it would take for him to get a fly ball in last night's game. The ball has a way of finding you. Only the second start of the year for Barfield in left and for DeAngelis in center. Martini's at second, 2 out. Cox's 1-1 delivery is hit on the ground off the glove of Cox, right to Romero. He'll field and throw to first, and that ends the inning. It'll go down as a 1-4-3 after it hit the glove of Cox. So 1 run on 1 hit, the solo home run for Justin Bird. We go to the home half of the first. Gatta, Williams, DeAngelis, and the rest of the Stomper lineup when we come back right here on KSUY on the Stompers Radio Network.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Salina. Ben Herrick on the hill, the left-hander from Mill Valley, California, the local kid, played junior college ball at College of Marin. And then at Sonoma State, so he's familiar with the area. And here's the lineup he'll face, put out by manager Zach Payson, presented by Sotheby's International Realty. Nick Gatta leads off at third. Miles Williams will bat second in right field. Rob DeAngelis in center will bat in the 3-hole. Dondre Hubbard, the designated hitter, is the cleanup man, with Chris Quitzer playing first, batting fifth. Jacob Barfield bats sixth in left field. Pedro Barrios, the shortstop, will hit seventh. Bronson Butcher hits eighth and does the catching, and Racing Romero rounds out the lineup at second base. Against left-hander Ben Herrick, his first pitch to Gatta is on the outside corner for strike one. Fourth start for Herrick, 1-1 with a 5.89 ERA. 18 and a third. 14 runs, 12 earned against him. He works out of the windup, and the 0-1 to Gatta is high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's allowed 24 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 4 walks, so he's around the strike zone, and he's efficient. Stompers will try and get to him early, trailing 1-0. Is 1-1 to Gatta. Outside, 2-1. Nick Gatta, who leads the Pacific Association with 43 walks and with an on-base percentage of .532. The 2-1 pitch, high to Gatta, and it's 3-1. Gatta's hit safely in 20 of the 29 games he's played in. He's reached in all 29 of those. Had a hit and a walk last night. He was 1 for 4. Herrick's 3-1 pitch to Gatta is outside and a leadoff walk. Here's Miles Williams. 252, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Williams bats with Gatta at first after the leadoff walk. Stompers trail it 1-0. Justin Bird, the solo home run to open the ball game. Herrick set at the belt, his first pitch to Williams. Two-seamer misses outside for ball 1. Williams, he's reached to 9 straight, so a better start to the month of July than which he ended June. And Herrick balks. Nick Gatta was toying with him over at first base, and Herrick, I think he moved the shoulders. In the field, Gary Frieders calls the balk. So Gatta moves up to second base. Frieders in the field, Ron Adams behind home plate tonight. 1-0 the count. Gatta's at second base after the balk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Williams takes on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Stompers in their last 2 games, 2 for 23 with men in scoring position. and they're 1-1 in those games. Early chance tonight for Williams, and he misses the fastball. It's 1-2. How do you win a game going 1 for 8 with men in scoring position? Well, you hit a 2-run homer and a solo home run and hope that the other team scores less than 3, and they did. 4-2 the final last night. The 1-2 pitch. Williams down on strikes. Fastball led her high. Miles couldn't catch up. Here's Rob DeAngelis. Left on left against Ben Herrick here for DeAngelis. Hitting at 298. The Stomper team who hit over 300, as high as 311, with men in scoring position at one point, down to below 300 at 292. Herrick, 2 looks back to second, a long pause, now an inside move. Stompers hit 279 as a club that leads the Pacific Association, one of many offensive categories in which they lead. Batting average, OPS, slugging, on base, walks, RBIs, home runs, and runs scored. So just about every category. Second in hits overall. Got at second. DeAngelis at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Herrick. He bends in a breaking ball that misses outside. One and 0 to DeAngelis, who's reached an 18 straight. Trying to extend that streak here tonight. He hits with Gata at second and 1 out. Herrick's 1-0. DeAngelis takes a breaking ball, and it looked like Kozak and Herrick were crossed up. Kozak, who was in the squat, and then the curveball came out of the hand of Herrick and a little bit high, and then Kozak sat up out of the crouch and then squatted back down quickly to try and frame the breaking ball. Did look like the two were on the same page. He will not go out and talk to his left-hander. The count is 2-0 on DeAngelis. Herrick delivers. DeAngelis fisted a fastball straight back. It got in on him. 2-1 the count. Dondre Hubbard is lurking on deck. Not much of a breeze tonight. A warm night, 82 degrees at first pitch. Ball's going to carry here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field tonight. Herrick looks to second twice, and now on 2-1 to DeAngelis. He hits it on a line right to Martini at shortstop, who doesn't even move. Right into the glove for out number 2. Martini had him positioned perfectly. It went right over the shoulder of field umpire Gary Frieders, and Martini just stood flat-footed and caught it dead in the chest. Didn't even have to flinch. So 2 out, man at second. Dondre Hubbard, second in the league with a .369 batting average, 11 home runs and 41 runs batted in. He leads the league in both of those categories. He bats with Gata at second and 2 out, bottom of the first. Stompers trail 1-0. First pitch from Herrick. Hubbard takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. Ben Herrick, who spent 2018 with the Monterey Amberjacks in the Pecos League, also with the California City Whiptails. He was in the Pacific Association in 2017 with the San Rafael Pacifics. The Mill Valley native. Trying to strand a man at second. Here's his 1-0 to Hubbard. He's out in front of a two-seamer, maybe a changeup from Herrick, and it's 1-1. Everybody fresh coming out of the Stomper bullpen tonight. 1 inning for Ethington, Liedholm, and Richardson each in last night's game. Here's the 1-1. Hubbard out in front, and he pops the breaking ball out of play. Marshall Shield, the only one that maybe we won't see out of the bullpen tonight. He pitched 1 2/3 innings. back on Thursday night in Vallejo. Everybody else ready? Larita ready to go? 7 men out of the pen for Zach Pace tonight. Here's the 1-2 to Dondre Hubbard. He fouls it straight back off the mask of Eric Kozak. Still 1-2. Defensively for Salina, Bishop's in left, Rocker in center, Bird in right. Gelfman, Martini, Arts, and Canella around the infield, and Kozak, who just took that foul ball off the mask. The only catcher on the roster for Salina. Cosimo Canella could suit up and go behind the plate if need be. Count still 1-2. Gott is still out at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Hubbard lines it into the glove of Gelfman at third. Leans over to the right and makes the catch. So the Stompers had a man at second, nobody out, and cannot score him. Still 1-0 Stockade. We go to the top of the second. Wooler, Rocker, and Kozak due up.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Top of the second inning, 1-0 Salina. The Justin Bird solo home run led off the game against Jacob Cox, and that is all. One walk against Cox as well. He'll face Wooler, Rocker, Kozak. 19 pitches in the first for Cox. He'll face the designated hitter to lead things off here in the second. And Salina, who has already lost once today, 11-4 to Napa, came out swinging in the first. Bird hit his 7th home run of the season. Seems like all of them have been against the Stompers. Cox's first pitch to Jacob Wooler is fouled back now to play. Started him with a cutter. Pitch number 21 of the ball game. 0-1 the count. DeAngelis toward left center. Deep on the right side of the infield for the designated hitter. Jacob Wooler hitting at 282. Cox on 0-1, misses outside. Stompers this week, 3-1 so far. Wins over Salina and San Rafael and Vallejo. The 1-1 is in the dirt. The only loss this week against Vallejo, that was on Thursday night, 7-6. That was a tough one to swallow for the Stompers, who avenged that loss last night. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Cox misses low and away. Not like Jacob Cox to be missing this badly. We saw him out of the bullpen. First 8 appearances of the year. Here's his 3-1, and Wooler chops it right back over the mound. Charging is Romero. He fields the throw on the run. In time. 1 out. Cox was nails out of the bullpen. His first start, he looked like he had started his whole life. Only one start. It came in college at Cal State Monterey Bay in his junior year. Did not start a game his senior year. Did not start a game his first 3 years of pro ball until this year. Nobody on, one out for Chuck Rocker, the player manager. Here's the first pitch from Cox, and the cutter misses low and away. Rocker, the right-handed hitting center fielder, 1 home run so far this year, and the 1-0 from Cox is inside. 2 balls and no strikes to count, and Cox has fallen behind Rocker, the player manager for the Stockade. Here's his 2-0. Rocker chases a slider down low. Comes up empty. It's 2-1. They're straight away against Rocker. DeAngelis a couple of steps toward right center. Cox's 2-1 delivery is a cutter across the letters for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out. Wohler grounded softly to Romero at second to open the inning. Cox's 2-2 pitch. Rocker hits it on the ground to short. Barrios can't field the backhand. He gets up to throw to first, not in time. Rocker reaches with 1 out, and that brings up Eric Kozak. Base hit for Chuck Rocker. He's at first with 1 out. Kozak at 148. He does have 4 home runs. 3 have come here. All of them to straightaway left. Rocker at first, 1 out. Cox looking for a ground ball here to end the second. Trailing 1-0. His first pitch to Kozak is outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. No wind tonight whatsoever. It's a warm night, not a cloud in the sky here in Sonoma. The 1-0 pitch to Kozak. Cox took a little off there, and it catches the inside corner for strike 1. Right-hander at the chest is 1-1. There goes Rocker. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw on to second base. It hits Rocker on 1 hop. Bounces into short left field. Rocker has a stolen base. The pitcher's a slider to Kozak, swung on and missed, so it's 1-2. Rocker, who likes to run, and with a right-hander up in a 1-2 count, he may take off sometime this is bad, or with Arntzen, the right-hander, on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rocker at second, 1 out. Top of the second, 1-0 Stockade. Cox at the chest, his 1-2. First strikeout of the ball game for Jacob Cox. Cutter low and into Kozak. He comes up empty, 2 gone. Here's the second baseman, Omar Arntzen. Rocker's at second, 2 out. Cox a pitch away from getting out of the second inning. Man in scoring position. First pitch, Arntzen squares around and takes inside. Jacob Cox looking in and asks Ron Adams if that was inside. He motions with the hand that it was inside, so the count is 1-0. Tailing fastball there from Jacob Cox. Throws the typical 4-seam fastball and then a cutter. Here's his 1-0. Slider swung on and fouled over toward the on-deck circle on the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cox a tailing fastball to open the at-bat, and then the slider. May come with a front door cutter here. He's missed low and away with the cutter frequently here in the first 2 innings. Lifts the leg and an inside move towards second base. No throw. It's still 1-1. Right-hander out of Fresno. His 1-1 pitch is at the knees for strike 2. Fastball Arnson took. One ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 out. Rockers at second base. Here's the pitch, and Arnson hits it on the ground. Barrios dives it short. He can't get it. Arnson reaches back to the top of the lineup. Rocker on his way to third base ran right in front of Barrios. Smart base runners will do that, get you to take your eye off it for half a second, and that's all that it took. Barrios can't make the play, and the runners are at the corners with 2 out for Justin Bird, who took Cox deep in the first inning. What will he start him with? The first pitch. Squares around, bunts it foul up the third base line. Bottom of the 4th inning over in Vallejo, and the Admirals lead the Pacifics 9-3. A lot of offense over at Wilson Park early on in that game. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Butcher pumps the throw and holds on to it. Arnson steals second, and they're second and third with 2 out. Rockers at third, Arnson at second, a couple of infield singles, a couple of stolen bases. Here's Cox's pitch, squaring around and fouling it straight down. Is Justin Bird, and the count is 1-2. Bird could drive in 2 with a base hit. He's already driven in 1 tonight. Cox does have a base open, but he has Cody Bishop on deck. 1-2, hit in the air to left. That's hit high pretty well. Barfield goes back. He's at the track. He looks up. A 3-run shot for Justin Bird. He's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, and the Stockade lead 4-0. Opposite field power for Justin Bird. 3-run shot. His 8th of the year. 2nd of the ball game. We saw Cody Bishop do it to the Stompers on the 4th of July. Went deep twice the other way. This time Bird hits one over the right center field wall and then goes the other way to left center. Still 2 out. Cox back out of the windup in his first pitch to Cody Bishop. Inside and low. Bishop grounded to first base his first time up. The 0-1, 1-0 that is. Cutter swung on and missed. A ball and a strike on Bishop. 2 out, nobody on. Cox deals. Cutter fouled in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher, and it's 1-2. Cox, who has assumed the role of starter over the last 2.5 weeks or so. One and two the count on Cody Bishop, the left fielder. 5 home runs for him this year. 3 have come here. The 1-2. Skips past Bronson Butcher, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. For Bishop, who stands in the left side, here's Cox out of the windup, his 2-2 pitch, and the slider is fouled back to the screen. Stompers coming off the win in last night's ball game. Stockade beat San Rafael last night, but lost earlier today in Napa. So they're coming off a loss. Here's the 2-2, and Cody Bishop waves at a cutter from Jacob Cox. He has 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the damage was done. A Justin Bird 3-run shot the other way. The Stockade lead 4-0. Quitzer, Barfield, and Barrios for the Stompers when we come back.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Chris Quitzer leads us off in the bottom of the second inning. Stompers trail 4-0, 2 home runs from Justin Bird, a solo shot, and a 3-run the other way. Quitzer, Barfield, and Barrios. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the first pitch from Ben Herrick is on the inside corner for strike 1 to Chris Quitzer. Chris, who exited on the 4th of July with a hamstring injury, since coming back, he is 4 for 5. Hit a home run in last night's game. He went 3 for 4 and was a triple shy of the cycle. He takes on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Drove in 2 last night, drove in 2 the night before. 4 for 5 with 4 RBI since coming back. Second game back at first base. Since that hamstring was nagging him, and the 0-2 pitch is at the knees for strike 3. Chris Quitzer called out on strikes for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. Here's Jacob Barfield. Barfield, 245, 7 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Barfield, nobody on, 1 out. Herrick, the left-hander, deals his first pitch. A breaking ball wraps around the outside corner for strike 1. Herrick, after punching out Quitzer on 3 pitches to open the inning, here's his 0-1, and Barfield tanks slow and in. The Salina pitching staff, the last in the league. They allowed just over 7.5 runs a game almost twice as much as the Stompers staff. Here's the 1-1. Barfield takes outside. 2 balls and a strike. Barfield making his second start in left field. Second night in a row. Two balls and a strike to count. Herrick's delivery is outside. 3-1 on Barfield. Barrios is on deck. Quitzer opened the inning with a strikeout, the second of the ball game for Ben Herrick. Here's the 3-1 pitch. He deals, and that is inside. Second walk issued by Herrick. Here's Pedro Barrios. Two walks, the only base runners for the Stompers against Herrick in the ballgame. Last night, Vijay Patel did not allow a hit until the 4th inning with 1 out. That was an Aikens home run in last night's game. Here's the first pitch to Barrios. He squares around, pushes a bunt up the first baseline. Canella fields. It's a foot race to the bag, and Barrios will win it. First base hit of the ball game for the Stompers, an infield single for Pedro Barrios. They have him at first and second with 1 out. Great awareness by Pedro Barrios to see, of course, Canella holding on the runner at first, and then Artson playing up the middle for a double play. If you just get it past the pitcher, it's a base hit in a foot race with the first baseman, Canella, who's not that quick. Barrios wins that foot race 9 times out of 10. First and second, 1 out. Here's Bronson Butcher, the catcher. Stompers trail this one 4-0 in the second. Herrick set at the belt. He throws to Butcher, and he takes high. Bronson Butcher, the 23-year-old catcher from Eagle Mountain, Utah, with first and second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes on Bronson Butcher. Two and 0. Barfield leads from second. Barrios from first with 1 out. Herrick looks out to second. Here's the 2-0, and Butcher fouls it straight back to the screen. Stomper offense was held off the board last night until the 6th inning when Quitzer left the yard to center field. That started the scoring, and then the Stompers put up 2 more in the 8th. The 2-1 pitch. Butcher takes on the outside edge. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crosswind blowing from right to left at the moment. Shadows across the infield grass, making it tough on the hitters here in the early innings. 2-2 the count. Barfield toying with Herrick out at second base. Here's the pitch. Butcher hits it on the ground left side. Off the glove of Gelfman. Over to Martini. His throw to first. Pulls Canella off the bag. He swipes a tag on Bronson Butcher. So Gelfman got a piece of it first. That's your casual 5-6-3 put out. Here's Rayson Romero with second and third and 2 out, so the Stompers will need a hit to get a runner home, and that was by far the most exciting play of the night so far. Gelfman, the third baseman, sliding to his left and went in and out of the glove. Right to Martini at short, who fired across the infield just in time to get Bronson Butcher, the catcher. So here's Romero. Herrick steps off the back of the rubber. Romero hit a skyscraping solo home run to give the Stompers the lead in last night's game. His first of the season. Here's the first pitch to him from Ben Herrick. He takes a breaking ball off the inside corner. 1 ball and no strikes on Romero. 1 home run. He's driven in 2, both this week. An RBI double and the solo homer for his 2 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch is on the ground wide of third. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Romero hitting at 128. but had the big hit in last night's game. It only takes one. And it will only take one hit here to get the Stompers back into this game, trailing 4-0 in the second. Herrick steps off the back of the rubber and looks over to Barfield at third base. Herrick, the left-hander, so his back is facing Barfield at third. And now Barfield 25 feet down the line at third. Herrick steps off again. Those step-ups likely coming from the catcher, Kozak. Herrick is working out of the stretch. He looks to second. Barfield a huge lead, the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike with the left-hander on the mound. Barfield can get just about as big of a lead as he possibly can. But the third baseman, Gelfman, is playing back, so unless they put something on here. Herrick can't even see him. Gelfman stays back. Here's the 2-1. Here comes Barfield. The pitch is in the dirt. He is safe. Barfield steals home. Barrios goes to third. Jacob Barfield had a walking lead out at third base. Right when Herrick came set, Barfield started to shuffle off the bag, and he steals home plate. Eric Kozak still sitting on his backside, stretching that left wrist. Are you kidding me? Barfield stealing home? His second stolen base of the season with 2 out, trailing 4-0. Barfield takes a risk and it pays off. The Stompers are on the board here in the second inning. The pitch was low to Rayson Romero, so it's 3-1, and now Kozak is getting looked at by the Stompers training staff. Eric Kozak, the only catcher on the roster. So now Chuck Rocker's going to come in, and he's having his left wrist looked at. Jacob Barfield, he was in Ben Herrick's head the whole at bat. He had him stepping off 3 times. And then Barfield has the walking lead, stayed walking, started to shuffle, and took off. The pitch was low. Kozak had to pick it clean. And then try and put the tag on Barfield, who slid in fair territory on the fair side of the home plate. And he stuck that right hand in, stood up, signaled safe. Ron Adams agreed. He said, yep, he got in there. So Barfield steals home. Barfield's not that fast. He can move a little bit. He's not the slowest guy on the roster, but by no means is he one of the quickest guys on this team. He had a good lead. Felt good about it. Barrios follows, so he's at third. Eric Kozak looks like he's all right. He receives 1 warm-up pitch from Ben Herrick and says, all right, I'm ready to go. The count is 3-1 on Romero, so the Stompers on the board after Barfield steals home. It's 4-1. Base hit scores another. 3-1. They're shifting on Romero, the second baseman. Artson still on the second base side of the bag, and Romero takes high and away, ball 4. Lineup flips over for Nick Gatta. Runners at the corners. Gatta does have a home run on this season. It came on the 4th of July against the Stockade to straightaway right now. Kozak stands out in front of the plate and signals the first and third sign to his infield in case Romero takes off here. Stompers who don't steal very much at all. Herrick out of the stretch. His first pitch to Gatta is flared down the left field line and out of play. Romero's at first. He has 2 stolen bases on the season. Nothing in 1. The count on Gatta, who walked his first time against Herrick. Went to second on a balk and then was stranded. Nothing in 1. The count. Here's the pitch. Gatta takes inside 1-1. Just 1 hit in the game for the Stompers the first time around against Herrick. The Pedro Barrios bunt single. 3 walks. Here's the 1-1. Gatta takes a breaking ball off the outside edge, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 4-1 our score, bottom 2. Herrick's at the belt. He steps off the back of the rubber and throws over to first. Barrios at third. Romero at first. Here's the 2-1. Gotta takes high, 3-1. You know, we mentioned the other day that in the Atlantic League they're implementing some new rules. One of them that you have to step off the back of the rubber. First time that we've thought about it with a lefty on the mound. That means the lefties can't do the lift, the front leg, and hover. Here's the 3-1 to Gata. He hits it in the air, right center field. That will fall for a base hit. Barrios scores. Romero to third. Gata has an RBI single, and it's 4-2. At the corners once again, Miles Williams coming up. That's the first hit for the Stompers with a man in scoring position tonight. They're now 1 for 5. Here's Williams. He was punched out the first time. He swung through a fastball letter high. He has a chance here to bring the Stompers even closer. Herrick a long pause, Gata fakes the steal, and Williams takes a breaking ball low. 1 ball and no strikes the count. They're at the corners with 2 out. Barfield stole home with 2 out. Here's the 1-0. Instead, Herrick throws over to first. Gata has been taking a couple of hard jab steps towards second base here this at-bat so far. He has 6 stolen bases on the year. Will the Stompers steal 2 in 1 inning? I don't think that's been done this year. The 1-0 to Williams is high and away. That squirts away from Kozak. Here comes Romero. The flip is late, and it's 4-3 on the wild pitch. Gata goes up to second base. It's a 1-run ball game. And a base hit could tie this thing up off the bat of Miles Williams. Gata at second. Williams 0 for 1. He does have 5 home runs and 19 RBIs on the year. Herrick, the left-hander. He looks to second base with 2 out, the 2-0. Williams takes high. 3-0. Miles Williams, the local guy out of Flower Mountain, Texas, but played high school ball at Windsor High School. About 40 minutes northwest of here. The 3-0 pitch. He takes a 4-pitch walk. 4 walks issued by Ben Herrick. Only 2 hits both this inning. One, a Pedro Barrios bunt single. The other, a Nick Gata RBI flare to right center. So here comes Zach Williams out to talk to his left-hander. Rob DeAngelis scorched a line drive at Luis Martini back in the first inning. And Martini didn't even have to move. So DeAngelis, who's been hitting the ball hard here in the month of July. Last night he was 2 for 4 with a base hit and a double. DeAngelis leads the team with 9 doubles, hit his 9th in last night's ball game. Gata's at second with Williams at first. 2 out. All 3 runs here in the second inning coming with 2 out. Herrick left on left against DeAngelis, who stands in his first pitch. Breaking ball, little inside for Ron Adams' liking. 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, Dondre Hubbard, the cleanup man, itching for a chance here in the second. DeAngelis trying to extend the inning. Herrick's 1-0 delivery. After a pause, he throws, and DeAngelis takes inside a fastball this time, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. 2 men on, both run pretty well. Gotta at second, Williams at first after the single and the walk. Herrick stares at second, now the 2-0. DeAngelis hits it on the ground to second base. Arnson will field on 2 hops, throw to first, and that ends the inning. Stompers score 3 times. Pedro Barrios starts it off with a bunt single. Jacob Barfield steals home. Rayson Romero scores on a wild pitch. And Nick Gatta drives in the run. It's 4-3. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. 1-run game here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of
4 hits through 2 innings. Here's his first pitch to Martini. Inside, 1-0. Cox deals on 1 ball and no strikes. Martini hits it on the ground to short. Barrios charges his throw to first on the run. Quitzer with the stretch. 1 out. I know a lot of you out there that watch the Stompers and listen to the Stompers are mainly diehard fans, but if you saw what happened down in Anaheim last night with the Angels and the Mariners, baseball has a beautiful way of making everything, I don't want to say all right. Canelo swings and misses at the first pitch, but giving everybody an escape, I think, is the best way to put it. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. The Angels, their first game back at home last night. Celebrating the memory of Tyler Skaggs. Canelo rolls it foul up the third baseline, 1-2. I don't know if you saw what happened last night, a 13-0 win for the Angels. Mike Trout in that game hit a home run left center. He hit it 454 feet. Why is that significant? The 1-2 is low. Tyler Skaggs, who wore number 25, or 45, that is. So 454 for Trout. Everybody wore 45 last night for the Angels. Here's the 2-2. On the ground to third. Got a Fields. Throw to first. Quitzer can't dig it out. He tried to lay out for it up the line. It goes to the sidewall, and that's an error. Nick Gatta over at third base. It puts Canella at second with 1 out. Here comes Zane Gelfman. So 454 for Trout. Everybody wore 45 last night in memory of Tyler Skaggs. And, of course, the big moment was the combined no-hitter. Angels combined to no-hit the Mariners last night. Just 1 walk in the 5th inning in that game. Everybody in Skaggs' jersey. Mike Trout said after the game, we scored 7 runs in the first inning and had 13 hits Gelfman takes strike one. Today is Tyler Skaggs' birthday, 7/13. When the game ended last night, it was past midnight on the East Coast. 0-1 to Gelfman with Cannell at second after the error. 1 out. Stompers trail 4-3. The 0-1 pitch. On the ground, left side, got a chance to redeem himself here. He looks back to second. The throw is in the dirt, but Quitzer picks it out, and Frieder said he was off the bag. Gary Frieder saying that Chris Quitzer is off the bag. He will talk to Ron Adams. Ron Adams says, yes, he was on the bag after Quitzer came up just furious. So got a low throw, but it is dug out by Quitzer for the second out. Angels no-hit. The Mariners 13-0 was the final on what ended as Tyler Skaggs' birthday on the East Coast. It was past midnight. Baseball has a funny way. A lot of the Angels players said that. Wild pitch, the first pitch to Jacob Buller, back to the screen. Butcher's flip. Cox drops the ball. Scoring is Cannell on the wild pitch. It was a good feed from Bronson Butcher. The first pitch to Jacob Buller skipped past Butcher and all the way to the screen. He threw a perfect feed to Cox, and it was in and out of the glove. So the run scores, and it's 5-3. Last note about that game last night. Tyler Skaggs, of course, today his birthday. 28, I believe. Last combined no-hitter thrown in the state of California was on July 13th. The 1-0 is inside. 1991. The day that Tyler Skaggs was born. 2-0 the count on Jacob Wooler with nobody on and 2 out, and the pitch is in the dirt. I said last note. I lied. If you watch that game, the last thing the Angels players did before they left the field was lay all their jerseys on the mound. Of course, Skaggs, the starting pitcher. 3-0. 4-pitch walk to Jacob Wooler was outside. A lot of the Angels players, as Rocker stands in, a lot of the Angels players said that was not an accident that we threw a combined no-hitter tonight. First game back at the stadium. Everybody wearing Tyler's number. Runner at first after the 4-pitch walk. Here's Chuck Rocker. He singled his first time. Cox delivers a cutter on the outside corner for strike one. Wooler at first base, the 0-1 pitch. Rocker fouls it into the glove of Butcher for strike two. We're in the top of the third inning. The Stompers trail at 5-3. The error allowed Canelo to reach, and then he came in to score on a wild pitch. That run is not earned for Jacob Cox. It is 0-2. Rocker takes inside and low. One ball, 2 strikes on Rocker. Hit a seed to Barrios at short his first time up. Granted a single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He punches it on the ground through the right side for a base hit. Rocker is 2 for 2. Wooler goes up to second, and the inning continues for Eric Kozak. This game has many ways of what? First and second, 2 out for Kozak. First pitch is swung on and missed. It just beautiful in many ways as we enjoy a gorgeous night here tonight, 80 degrees in the top of the third, a 5-3 game. Cox trying to end this third inning. He has first and second and 2 out. The 0-1. A little bit outside with the cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kozak 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Cox looks to second. His 1-1 pitch. Inside. Just missed Kozak. 2-1 the count. Wooler is at second and Rocker is at first after 2 out, the walk and the single. And Kozak swings at a slider. They have Rocker picked off between first and second. Now Quitzer throws to third. And Gata will run back Wooler and tag him out between second and third. That's a 2-3-5 put out to retire Wooler. And they had Rocker picked off initially. Quitzer threw across the diamond. They tag out Jacob Wooler. A run scores. It's not earned to Cox. We go to the last of the third. 5-3 Stompers trail. Dondre Hubbard will lead us off when we come back.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Just flared one into right center field to drive in a run. First pitch to Hubbard misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Herrick, the left-hander, out of the windup, he kicks and deals. The 1-0 is on the corner this time to Hubbard. That was pitch number 51 for Herrick. 68 pitches so far for Jacob Cox. Probably go out there and start the fourth. And if he can keep the pitch count down, finish the fourth. The 1-1 to Hubbard, that's hit foul. One and two the count. Well, it was a early offensive game over in Vallejo in the first 4 innings. Nobody has scored since the fourth. They're in the top of the sixth now. The 1-2 to Hubbard is yanked down the left field line. That's fair, and it'll roll into foul territory. Hubbard digging for 2. Bishop's throw in will not be in time. Dondre Hubbard has a leadoff double. For Hubbard, that's his 8th double of the season. A leadoff base runner. And that brings up Chris Quitzer. So they're in the top of the 6th inning in Vallejo. The Admirals still lead the Pacifics 9-3. Good news for Stompers fans, with the Stompers trailing 5-3 here in the third, but plenty of baseball left here tonight. Stompers still 7 innings to hit. And for that, that's just a ton of time for this lineup. 1 through 9, here's the first pitch, and Quitzer takes a two-seamer that runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes. For Hubbard, that double breaks an 0 for 5 that he had going, and Quitzer fouls the 1-0 pitch straight back and into the seats. Hubbard went 0 for last night. Surprisingly, that's the first time that he hasn't hit in 15 games or reached. He didn't even reach last night. 0 for 4, that was it, plain and simple. 1-1 on Quitzer. He was called out on strikes on 3 pitches his first time up against Herrick. A long pause for the left-hander now, and he moves inside toward Hubbard at second. Herrick already had home plate stolen by Jacob Barfield, so he's going to be paying attention to every base runner that gets on base, especially the ones that he can't see over at third. Stompers who don't steal that many bags in the first place, about as many stolen bags as games played, and Quitzer hits it through the 5-6 hole into left field for a base hit. Hubbard's held at third. Quitzer has his first hit of the night. Runners at the corners for Jacob Barfield. Barfield walked and, of course, stole home to open the scoring for the Stompers in the second, an inning in which they put up 3. Salina has scored in all 3 innings so far, 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third inning. Jacob Barfield, 269, 14 RBIs with men in scoring position this year. Stompers have him at the corners. The first pitch is a swing and a miss. 0-1 to Barfield. He's been hitting the ball a lot better lately. Finding more barrels. Here's the 0-1, and he takes low. 1-1 the count. Reached last night once on a fielder's choice, but ended up 0 for 4. That contradicts everything I just said. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quitzer at first base. He has good speed, but coming off the hamstring injury, likely won't see him take off the 1-1 pitch, and Barfield is late. Did get a piece on the fastball inside, and the count moves to 1-2. Barfield, the kid from Houston, Texas. Behind 1-2. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Chases the fastball upstairs, and Herrick has his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. 1 out here in the 3rd. Barfield's the first out here in the 3rd. Barrios stands in. He had a bunt single, the first hit of the game for the Stompers last inning. And now a ground ball potentially gets Herrick out of this 3rd. Barrios very quick, tough to double up and to throw over to first. Quitzer's back standing. Rocker is 3 steps toward left center. The pull side for Barrios. Barrios who hits the ball all over the yard. First pitch. Takes high, 1-0. Bottom third of the lineup trying to get it done here in the 3rd. Stompers trail by 2, 5-3. Herrick's 1-0. Barrios shoots it foul off to the right. One and one on Barrios. 237 hitter. He's reached in 15 straight. The 1-1 pitch. Into center field. That's a base hit. Hubbard will score an RBI single for Pedro Barrios, and it's a 1-run game in the 3rd. Quitzer at second. after the Barrios RBI single. Bronson Butcher to the plate. Butcher grounded out to the left side of the infield, and I mean the whole left side of the infield. It hit off the glove of the third baseman, Gelfman, went right to Martini at short, who threw him out. First pitch inside, ball one. Quitzer's at second with Barrios over at first. Still just one out. Herrick at the belt. He looks to second twice, now throws. The 1-0 pitch to Butcher is hit in the air to left. That's hit well. Going back on it is Bishop. He makes the catch right in front of the wall. Little too close to the handle of the bat for Bronson Butcher. Not enough to get it out of here. Here's Rayson Romero. Romero walked and scored. Base hit. Scores Quitzer from second. Stompers trail by one here in the third, 5-4. Romero, the second baseman. A long look in for Herrick, and now Romero wants time. Romero digs back in the right side. Herrick at the belt. Here's his first pitch. Romero out in front of a breaking ball. No balls and a strike. But we've had an eventful first 3 innings here. Palooza Park at Arnold Field. A lot of offense today in every game so far. Herrick's 0-1 delivery, and Romero takes inside. 15 runs scored in the game between Napa and Salina earlier today, a day game. Now 14 total runs between Vallejo and San Rafael. Admirals lead that game 9-5 now in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 to Romero out in front of the breaking ball again. It's 1-2. One-run game, bottom of the third. Quitzer at second. Barrios at first after the RBI single to center. Herrick's 1-2 pitch to Romero. He takes high and away a fastball. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Herrick, the left-hander, looks into Kozak. Looks to second. He deals on 2-2. Romero chops the grounder to third. Gelfman fields. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning. The Stompers score once on the Pedro Barrios RBI single to center. We go to the 4th. Stompers trail 5-4.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Nick Krause, a pinch hitter for Salina here on the top of the fourth inning against Jacob Cox, who deals a first pitch in for strike one. So Eric Kozak, who had that left wrist looked at in the second inning, the 0-1 pitch chopped over the mound, up the middle. Romero behind the bag at second, fields a throw to first in time. That retires Krause, who pinch hit for Kozak. Kozak ends the night 0 for 1. He had that left wrist looked at after the play at home plate when Barfield stole home. And Chuck Rocker has decided to take Kozak out for precautionary reasons. Krause in defensively over from Vallejo, where he started the season. Here's Omar Artson. He squares around and takes a slider outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. Jacob Cox back out for a fourth inning. His 72nd pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Willie Ethington, the right-hander, up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. The 1-1. Arnson swings through it. It's 1-2. Arnson's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. That came in back in the second inning. The 1-2 from Cox. On the ground, softly past the mound. Barrios charges. He fields the throw in time to get Arnson 2 away. Here's Justin Bird. Already 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. He's driven in 4 of the 5 Stockade runs. So for Jacob Cox here, anything but another home run is a win. First pitch to Bird is a cutter on the inside corner. 0-1. Bird 8 home runs. 16 runs batted in the 0-1 pitch. Cutter on the outside corner. Bird down to 1 knee. It's 0-2. Jacob Cox way ahead of Justin Bird with nobody on and 2 out, top of the fourth. Salina leads this one 5-4. Downhill with an 0-2. Cox on the ground up the middle. Barrios behind the bag. He throws to first. A 1-2-3. Fourth inning for Jacob Cox, and that may just warrant him one more. We go to the last of the fourth. Top of the lineup for the Stompers right here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for
Nick Gatta will lead us off in the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-4 Stompers trail. Glad you're with us here on this Saturday night from Palooza Park at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Ben Herrick, his 71st pitch of the night, is outside to Gatta. 1 ball and no strikes. Gatta has reached both times tonight. A walk in the first, an RBI single in the second. Then he was stranded at second base. Right-hander up in the bullpen for Salina. Willie Ethington was up for the Stompers. 1-0 is fouled into the glove of Nick Kraus, the new catcher, and it's 1-1. Willie Ethington was up, but Jacob Cox a 9-pitch inning in the fourth, so that may get him to the fifth and at least to start the fifth inning. Here's the 1-1, and Gatta takes outside. Another slider from Herrick back-to-back. This time Gatta took it. It's 2-1. Rocker playing toward left center. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Gatta right back up the middle. That'll fall in front of Rocker, and Gatta is 2 for 2. Leadoff single for Nick Gatta. And here is Miles Williams. Williams walked in the second. He has now reached in 10 straight games. A walk and a strikeout for Miles tonight. Gatta's at first after the leadoff single. The first pitch to Williams down the left field line. Well, foul. Miles Williams, 5 home runs on the year. That one definitely had the distance, but he yanked it foul by about 80 feet. Over down toward the Salina bullpen. And foul ground down the left field line. 0-1 the count. Herrick at the belt. Here's the pitch. Williams takes another big hack at a curveball and misses. It's 0-2. He turns around and asks Ron Adams, was that low? Well, Kraus picked it out of the dirt right behind home plate, so just a little low to Williams. 5-4 our score. Stompers trail by 1. Williams in a hole, 0-2. Herrick's pitch. Checks his swing, went back to the same spot. Boy, that's a great job by Miles Williams. And as you move up from independent leagues to higher independent leagues and then into affiliated baseball, pitchers are able to make adjustments in that at-bat. And if you're a hitter and you fail to make that in-at-bat adjustment, while Williams takes inside here 2-2, pitchers are going to carve you up. And that's a great example there from Miles Williams. After swinging at an 0-1 slider in the dirt to make it 0-2, he comes back with the same pitch and takes it. The 2-2. Out in front of a changeup this time, and Williams is down on strikes for the second time tonight. One out. Here's Rob DeAngelis. DeAngelis has hit the ball hard twice. He's 0 for 2. He lined right to Martini at short and then hit a laser 2-hopper to Artson at second, and nothing to show for it. Gatta at first, 1 out. Herrick, the left-hander, looks that way, now deals the first pitch to DeAngelis, and he pokes it foul down the third baseline. (10-5) Vallejo over San Rafael in the bottom of the 6th inning over at Wilson Park. Stompers coming off of 2 games over in that stadium in which they win 1-1. Coming off the win last night, 4-2. A lot more offense all around the league today. Herrick deals on 0-1. DeAngelis pulls it down the right field line, foul. DeAngelis, both lines here in this at-bat. DeAngelis, the 24-year-old, celebrating a birthday later this month, in 10 days to be exact. The New Yorker awaits the 0-2 pitch from Ben Herrick. After a long pause, he throws, and that's outside and low. A couple of guys on this team that have appeared in College World Series. Marshall Shields won from Lindenwood University in Missouri. He appeared in the D2 College World Series. DeAngelis another. The 1-2 is inside. DeAngelis played at Ramapo College in New Jersey. Went to the College World Series in 2015. Couple of guys playing in the D2 College World Series on this team. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. DeAngelis flares it out of play and off to the left. DeAngelis, of course, a big Yankees fan, being from Staten Island. He was wearing a T-shirt today, the Max Muncy Go Get It Out of the Ocean T-shirt. Had me a little bit confused. Said, Rob, you're a New Yorker. I guess the Dodgers were there at one point. Rob was not born. 2-2, swung on and missed. Last time they were there, 1957, so it's been a while. I don't even think Rob's parents were born. There's a possibility that they were born, that when the Dodgers were in New York. I'm just going to say one was and one wasn't. And then if I'm right, I'm not, 50-50 shot. We have how old Rob is, not how old his parents are. He's down on strikes for the second out. Leadoff single for Gata, back-to-back strikeouts. Here's the league home run leader, Dondre Hubbard, the first pitch. Inside for ball one. Hubbard doubled. He's 1 for 2. Came in to score in the third inning. He was the only man to come across the plate in the third for the Stompers. Herrick on 1-0. The pitch. Way out in front of a good changeup. Ball and a strike on Hubbard. Snapped an 0 for 5 streak with a double in the third. Got at first base. You may see him take off at some point in this at-bat to try and get into scoring position. The 1-1. Out in front of a changeup again. This one started on the outside corner and then just fluttered away from the bat of Hubbard. The count is 1-2. Back-to-back changeups from Ben Herrick. Does he throw a third in a row? After Hubbard's seen it twice, he looks to first. The 1-2 pitch. There goes Gata. Through the right side for a base hit. Gata will go first to third. He threw him another changeup. A mistake the third time in a row. Hubbard shoots it to right, and the Stompers have him at the corners for Chris Quitzer. Stompers have runners at the corners for the 4th time tonight. Gata's at third, Hubbard at first after the single. Quitzer's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up against Herrick. Hubbard with a short lead at first. Here's the first pitch, and Quitzer takes a fastball that misses outside. Chris Quitzer, another New York native. He's from Buffalo. Went to the University of Buffalo. There goes Hubbard. The pitch is outside. Krause holds on to it. No throw down by Nick Krause smartly. Dondre Hubbard has a stolen base, and the count is 2-0. For Hubbard, his 5th stolen base of the season. Now 2 men could score on a Quitzer base hit. Here's the 2-0 pitch. On the ground, left side, Gelfman charges. He scoops it up. The throw to first. That retires the side. Stompers, no runs on 2 hits. They strand 2. We're through 4. Stockade 5. Stompers 4.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Top of the fifth inning. Cody Bishop leads us off against Jacob Cox, a 1-2-3-4, and Bishop fouls the first pitch off to the right and out of play. 2-3-4. Top of the fifth, moving right along. Here's the 0-1 from Jacob Cox. Bishop flares it out of play off to the left. 0-2 the count. Bishop's 0 for 2. He's grounded to first and struck out. Cox downhill on 0-2, and Bishop down on strikes. Cox elevates the fastball. That was pitch number 80 for the right-hander, his third strikeout of the game. Here's Martini. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. 5-4 our score. Stompers trail, top of the fifth. First pitch from Cox is low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Willie Ethington was up and throwing last inning, and then Cox had a 9-pitch fourth. The 1-0 to Martini is on the corner for strike 1. One misses inside to Martini. Two balls and a strike. 11-5 Vallejo over San Rafael in the top of the seventh. Martini rolls it foul up the third baseline. Seems like every inning somebody is scoring over at Wilson Park in Vallejo. Two balls and 2 strikes to Martini. Bishop struck out on 3 pitches to open the inning. Here's the 2-2 from Cox, and Martini shoots it foul off to the right. Two balls and 2 strikes. Cox wants a new baseball. He throws that one to the dugout. Maybe that one had 109 stitches. There's the 2-2. Martini's on the ground to third. Got a charges. He fields, throwing the run. 2 out.
Thank you. I know. He went over to get him. I'm getting it for him.
Cosimo Canella comes up with nobody on and 2 out. He reached in the third inning on an error by Nick Gatta. First pitch to him is on the corner at the knees. Reached on that error and then scored on a wild pitch. A run that, if you ask Jacob Cox, probably shouldn't have scored, let alone the error. The 0-1 is outside and low. The wild pitch bounced right back to Butcher. He threw a perfect feed to Cox and just hit right in the palm of the glove and popped out. The 1-1. Canella pops it up and out of play down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Canella, who's 0 for 2. Both times Canella has bounced to third. The 1-2. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still just a 1-run game after the Stockade led 4-0. Cox's 2-2 pitch. On the ground, right side. Quitzer backhands. He will race Canelo to the bag. He'll win the race. 6 straight retired by Jacob Cox. We're halfway home in this one tonight. Barfield, Barrios, and Butcher in the home half of the 5th.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Jacob Barfield leads us off bottom of the 5th. We're on to the second half of the ball game tonight, and the Stompers trail 5-4. Barfield, Barrios, and Butcher 6, 7, 8. Ben Herrick's first pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. '94th pitch of the night out of Ben Herrick on 0-1 to Barfield. He pops it up. Foul territory down the first baseline. Everybody will watch it just drop in foul territory. Jacob Cox, 91 pitches so far through 5. So this is the inning that the Stompers could get him off the hook. Willie Ethington up in the bullpen. Here's the 0-2 to Barfield. He pops it up. Shallow center, on comes Rocker, on comes Bird, who will call him off and make the catch. One out for Pedro Barrios. Barrios 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He's driven in a run tonight, back in the 3rd. Right-handed hitting shortstop against Ben Herrick. Here's the first pitch. High and away. Kraus can't get a glove on it. It goes all the way to the screen, 1-0. Ethington threw a 1-2-3 7th inning last night. Herrick staring in. The 1-0 pitch. Barrios takes an off-speed pitch, high and away. 3 shutout innings from the Stomper bullpen last night. They faced the minimum and struck out 4. The 2-0 pitch to Barrios in the air, right center field, right at Justin Bird. 2 out. Bronson Butcher will come up with nobody on, 2 out here in the 5th. Butcher is 0 for 2. He grounded out and hit a ball to the track and left. Herrick shakes Kraus twice. Kicks and deals the first pitch to Bronson Butcher inside. Want to know the count to Butcher? Here's the pitch. He takes inside and low. 2 balls and no strikes. Ethington will have the 6th. Herrick, a long look into Nick Kraus. Now his 2-0 delivery is on the outside corner, 2-1. Nobody on, 2 out. Couple of fly balls to Bird already here this inning, and Butcher rolls it foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Butcher hits it in the air to left, right at Bishop. So 3 Adam balls here in the 5th. Still 5-4 Stockade as we head to the 6th. Gelfman, Wooler, Rocker. New pitcher coming on for the Stompers.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Willie Ethington on for the Stompers here in the top of the 6th inning. This team trailing 5-4. He'll face Zane Gelfman, and his first pitch is low. Jacob Cox, 91 pitches, 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. For Willie Ethington, he'll come on here in the 6th, a 6'3", 190-pound right-hander from Mesa, Arizona. He'll work out of the stretch. Against Gelfman, the 1-0 is inside. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Ethington this year, 1-0, a 3.60 ERA. 6 runs on 16 hits in 15 innings. He struck out 9 and walked 4. He's fallen behind Gelfman 2-0. Gelfman is 0 for 2 tonight. The 2-0 pitch in the air. Left center. Barfield comes on. DeAngelis calls him off all the way over to left center field. Barfield making just his second start in left field tonight. DeAngelis, the center fielder, calls him off, and Barfield's staring at him. I think Barfield wanted that fly ball. He got one last night. Barfield, the corner infielder. He's played outfield in his career before, but I think he was kind of upset that DeAngelis took that one away from him. Here's Jacob Wohler. The first pitch hit in the air, right center field. Over is Williams. DeAngelis comes on. He won't get there. It'll fall for a hit. One out single for Jacob Wohler. He's on for the second time tonight. Here's Chuck Rocker. Chuck is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Ethington, a 1-2-3 7th last night. He gives up the base hit to Wohler here in the 6th. Out of the stretch, the first pitch to Rocker is an off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes to count, 1-run game. Stompers who come in with a 3.5 game lead over San Rafael for first place. The 1-0. Rocker takes to the knees for strike 1. San Rafael currently trails Vallejo 11-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. So eyes on the score here and eyes on the score over there. Stompers 7-3 in their last 10. The 1-1 misses 2-1. Salina has won just 2 of their last 10. Ethington's 2-1 pitch to Rocker is inside. 3 balls and a strike. The fly ball to DeAngelis, and then the single so far this inning against Willie Ethington. The 3-0 delivery. Rocker hits it on the ground to second. Romero fields in between hop, gets rid of it quickly. Barrios does a pirouette at second base, keeps the foot on the bag. But Rocker will reach on a fielder's choice. Wohler forced out at second for out number 2. Rocker has reached all 3 times tonight. Here's the catcher, Nick Krause. Rocker's at first with 2 out. Krause is first at bats with Salina tonight after being sent over from Vallejo. He takes strike 1. So far in a Stockade uniform, Krause 0 for 1 with a grounder to second. Right-hander Ethington. Rocker at first. Here's the 0-1. That's on the outside corner, and Ethington is way ahead of Krause, 0-2. Way ahead of Krause, 0-2. Ethington could elevate here or throw the breaking ball low. Rocker goes. The pitch is hit in the air to center field. That sends DeAngelis back. He's on the run. He settles under it and makes the catch. No runs on a hit. Salina strands 1. We're through 5.5. It's 5-4 Stockade.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We're in the bottom of the sixth, everybody. Stompers trail 5-4. Glad you're with us here on the Stompers Radio Network and on KSVY here in Sonoma. Racing Romero, Nick Gatta, Miles Williams in the bottom of the sixth inning. 5-4 our score. Romero 0 for 1 with a walk, and Ben Herrick on 104 pitches will start the sixth inning. The left-hander. Here's pitch number 105 of the night. Romero takes a strike. On the outside corner, letter high, it's 0-1. Herrick working out of the windup. Here's his 0-1 pitch, and Romero checks the swing and takes a changeup for strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Romero lines it softly, a leadoff single into left. Racing Romero is at first to lead off the inning. Nick Gatta will come up. He's 2 for 2 with the walk. He's reached all 3 times. He's driven in a run. Gatta, the left-handed hitter, a right-hander up in the bullpen for Salina. Romero's at first, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Gatta squares around, bunts it out in front of home plate. Kraus bare hand, throw to first on the run is in time. Sacrifice bunt for Nick Gatta. Moves Romero up to second base, and now a base hit could tie the game. Williams tonight 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. He has Romero at second, 1 out. Miles this year, 243, 3 home runs, 16 driven in with men in scoring position. He has Romero at second here, just 1 out. The first pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count on Miles Williams. Romero, the leadoff single to left. The Gatta sack bunt moved him to second. That's where we stand in a 5-4 game in the sixth. Herrick's 1-0. Williams Comes up empty on the inside fastball. It's 1-1. Right on left here, Williams against Herrick. After one look to second, Romero takes a jab step toward third and an inside move. Herrick walks him back to second base. Herrick has been really focused on the base runners ever since Barfield stole home in the second. Rightfully so, the 1-1 pitch. Williams out in front of the changeup. 1-2 the count. Williams just trying to shoot something the other way here. The shift is on him, not the overshift though. Artson at second is up the middle right behind the bag, and Canella is well off the line at first. Herrick's 1-2 pitch to Williams. Here it is. Elevates the fastball, and Miles has struck out for the third time tonight. Rob DeAngelis trying to extend the sixth inning. Leadoff single, sack bunt, and then a strikeout. Romero still out at second base. DeAngelis 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Herrick trying to get through 6 innings. Here's his first pitch. Curveball inside of DeAngelis, somehow sneaks under the right arm, and it doesn't get a piece of him. It's 1-0. Romero runs well out at second. Base hit brings him home. 1-0, Herrick set at the belt. Spinning a no throw to second, but keeping a close eye on Romero. Second baseman playing way off, so the shortstop Martini in charge of keeping Romero close. Harder for Romero at second base. He can't see Martini, who's playing behind him. He can see Artson, the second baseman. Here's the 1-0 to DeAngelis. Check swing, right back to the mound. Past Herrick. Romero stays at third, and Rob DeAngelis will reach. Dondre Hubbard will bat with runners at the corners. And that'll do it for Ben Herrick. Chuck Rocker comes out, takes the ball from him, or I should say comes in from center field and takes the ball from him. We'll have a new pitcher against Dondre Hubbard and a 5-4 game, a right-hander out of the pen. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. We'll have it for you when we come back. Ricky Bielski will be the new pitcher for Salina. He'll face Dondre Hubbard with runners at the corners and 2 out. Bottom of the 6th, 5-4 Stompers trail. Bielski this year 0-2 with a 10.38 ERA. This will be his 12th appearance. He's allowed 16 runs on 16 hits in 13 innings. The strikeout numbers are high, 15, and so are the walk numbers at 13. He'll face Dondre Hubbard. He is 2 for 3 with a single and a double tonight. And a base hit ties this game in the 6th. Bielski, the right-hander, his first pitch. There goes DeAngelis. It's high. Krause's throw down to second base. Into center field. Romero will score, and we're tied. Brayson Romero scores on the throwing error by Nick Krause. DeAngelis steals second. He'll go to third on the error, and we're tied at 5. And now a base hit from Dondre Hubbard could potentially tie, or could give the Stompers the lead. Not potentially, it would. Stolen base, the throw to second goes into center field. Romero scores, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. DeAngelis goes from second to third on the throwing error. A stolen base for Rob DeAngelis. Now for him on the season, that's 8 stolen bases. We're tied at 5. 2-0 the count on Dondre Hubbard. DeAngelis leads from third. Bielski's 2-0 pitch. Outside 3-0. Ricky Bielski, who is a 2012 14th round draft pick by the Philadelphia Phillies, falls behind 3-0 to the man that leads the Pacific Association in home runs. Go ahead run 90 feet away, the 3-0 pitch. Hubbard takes on the outside corner, called strike 1. It's been a strike all night from Ron Adams. Whether it's a strike or not is yet to be debated. A little bit off the outside corner to righties, but he's called it continuously tonight. So he's been consistent with it. The 3-1 pitch. Hubbard fouls it into the glove of Krause, and the count is full. So that run is charged to Ben Herrick, and now the book is closed on Herrick. 5 runs, just 4 earned for Herrick in the ballgame. The payoff pitch to Dondre Hubbard. He takes high and away. The 3-2 walk for Hubbard. Here's Chris Quitzer. Runners at the corners for the 6th time tonight for the Stompers. 5 for 15 men in scoring position tonight. A lot better than they were last night. 1 for 8, and the previous night 1 for 15. First pitch to Quitzer is inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. They're at the corners in a tie game in the 6th. Quitzer awaits the 1-0. Bielski ready. Here's the pitch. Way inside, 2-0. Quitzer's 1 for 3 with a single. Quitzer climbs back in the left-handed batter's box. The right-hander Bielski is on the mound. Here's his 2-0. Quitzer yanks it foul down the first baseline. Quitzer last night 3 for 4. And a triple shy of the cycle. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Five for 8 for Quitzer since coming back from the hamstring injury. Here's the 2-1. He takes low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike, and a base hit does the trick for Quitzer here in the 6th. One run in so far on the throwing error by Krause. Here's the 3-1. Quitzer into the air. That's hit well. Right center field. Rocker on the run. Still going. He won't get there. It's over everybody. DeAngelo scores. Hubbard waved around. He'll score easily. A 2-run double for Chris Quitzer. The Stompers have their first lead at 7-5. Second hit of the night for Quitzer. He's driven in 25 on the season. That'll bring up Jacob Barfield. 435 feet out to straightaway center. Quitzer hit it all the way there. Rocker chased it for a long time. Quitzer cruises into second easily with a 2-run, 2-out double. 3 runs in this inning. Here's Jacob Barfield. First pitch from Bielski. Outside and low. One ball and no strikes to count. Quitzer leads from second. Bielski's 1-0 pitch to Jacob Barfield. He drops a curveball a little bit too low. Barfield in a good count here with 2 out in the inning. Bielski's 2-0 pitch is outside. Three balls and no strikes with Barrios on deck. Barfield 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the night. The 3-0. 4-pitch walk. Jacob Barfield draws the 4-pitch walk out of the dugout. Comes the acting pitching coach for the night. And he will talk to Ricky Bielski. Here's how the inning has gone. A Racing Romero leadoff single to left. Gana bunted him over for the first out, and then Miles Williams struck out for the second out of the inning. Rob DeAngelis singled, and then with a new pitcher coming on, Ricky Bielski, Hubbard walked. A run came in when DeAngelis stole second, and Romero scored on the error by the catcher, Nick Krause, and then the 2-run double off the bat of Chris Quitzer, and the 2-out, 4-pitch walk by Jacob Barfield puts runners at first and second with 2 out. Pedro Barrios coming up. He's 2 for 3. Barrios has already driven in a run tonight. Bielski trying to get out of this 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to Barrios. He hits it on the ground, left side. Gelfman down to one knee. He'll go the short way to second. That ends the inning, but the Stompers scored 3 times on 3 hits. The big one, the Quitzer 2-out double to center. We're 2/3 of the way home tonight. We go to the 7th. Artson Bird Bishop, 9-1-2 for Salina.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Omar Arnson leads it off for Salina. We're on to the 7th. Willie Ethington back out. Here's his first pitch. Arnson squares around and takes a fastball down low. 12 pitches in that 6th inning for Ethington. He allowed 1 hit. That was all. On for his 2nd inning of relief. The 2-0, or the 1-0 that is on this outside corner for strike 1. We'll check on the game over in Vallejo. The Admirals lead the Pacifics 12-5 now. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning, so 3 outs to go in that one for San Rafael. And the 1-1 pitch is inside. It caught a piece of Omar Arnson. He'll go down to first base after the hit by pitch. Leadoff base runner for Salina. Still everybody available out of the bullpen for Zach Pace. Willie Ethington, the first used. For right-handers, Schill, Lead, Holm, Barnett, Gibbons, and Richardson, and Luke Larita, the left-hander. Top of the lineup for Justin Bird. He is the tying run at the plate. He's already gone deep twice. He's 2 for 3. First pitch from Ethington. Popped up. Left side, out of play. Nothing in 1 the count. Stompers trying to continue their dominance here at home, 14-3 on the season. Ethington on nothing in 1. Inches off the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Stompers winners of 7 of their last 10. Coming off the win last night in Vallejo. The 1-1. Bird to right. Williams back in front of the right center field wall, makes the catch. Off the bat, it looked like Bird may have his 3rd of the game. And with it cooling down significantly here tonight, a little bit of cool air blowing, not much of a breeze, just enough to keep it in the ballpark. 1 out here is Cody Bishop. Bishop 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts in tonight's game, the left-hander. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside. Butcher's throw down to second base is Tardy. Arnson has a stolen base. He's in scoring position. The count is 1-0. Seven 5 Stompers lead it in the top of the 7th inning. One and 0. Arnson's at second with 1 out. There's the pitch. Popped up. Left side. Gotta. Foul territory. Toward the sidewall, and it's out of play. Arnson's at second, hit by a pitch to open the inning. Stole second base. Bird flying to right, 1 out. There goes Arnson. The pitch is fouled back to the screen. Arnson had a walking lead out at second base. He would have had 3rd stolen easily. Bishop instead fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Arnson went on the previous pitch with a left-hander at the plate. Ethington looks back at him twice. The 1-2 is rolled on the ground to first. Quitzer fields. The flip to Ethington is in time. Arnson goes up to third. 2 out. Brings up the shortstop, Martini. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Martini has a man at third, 2 out. Stompers lead by 2. Martini's the tying run at the plate. Ethington trying to close out this top of the 7th. His first pitch is a slider outside. Good pitch there from Willie Ethington to start out the at-bat. Out of the stretch with Arnson at third base. Here's the 1-0. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Ethington being called off by Chris Quitzer, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, one left. Time to stretch here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Kyle Ulande, new pitcher for the Stockade here in the bottom of the seventh. He'll face Butcher, Romero, and Gata. Ulande, this will be his seventh appearance on the year, 3.85 ERA. He's a position player, and he's thrown 11 2/3 innings. So Ulande, he's only allowed 7 runs, 5 earned on 11 hits. He has 7 strikeouts and 6 walks. The position player from Carson, California at 5'9", his first pitch to Butcher is across the letters for strike 1. Butcher's 0 for 3. He's flying to left twice. Ulande out of the stretch on 0-1 to Bronson Butcher. The pitch is away. Ball and a strike on Bronson Butcher. 7-5 Stomper lead in the last of the seventh, the 1-1. Butcher to left center field. That's hit well. Rucker on the run toward the gap. In front of the track, he makes the catch. Ever since the sun has gone away and the field has gotten much cooler down there, the ball is just not flying here in the latter innings. Ethan Gibbons up in the Stomper bullpen. Right-hander up for Salina. Here is Racing Romero. Close game here in the seventh, just a 2-run game, and Ulande, the position player in the game for the Stockade, and the first pitch curveball is inside to Romero. He has to spin out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes. Ulande last year played 51 games in San Rafael. The 1-0 is in the dirt. Utility infielder last year, played third, second, a little first. Played his college ball at Sterling College in Kansas, so it only fits that he plays for the Salina Stockade here in California. And the Pacific Association, the 2-0 is right down the chute for strike 1. Of course, Salina, the Stockade originate from Kansas. It's 2-1 to Romero. Instead, Romero calls time. Two balls and a strike, nobody on, one out. The pitch. Romero takes high. 3-1. Kyle Ulande, one of the more interesting high school mascots that we've seen. 3-1 is swung on and missed. Went to Torrance High School down in Carson, California. Their mascot, the Tartars. Like the sauce. I don't think the sauce was their mascot. Here's the payoff pitch to Romero. That's inside. He walked him. Second walk for Rayson Romero. The Torrance High School Tartars. Back to the top of the lineup for Nick Gatta. Only 3 high schools in the entire country have the Tartars as their mascot. First pitch to Gatta is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch to Gatta, broken bat on the ground to second. Artson fields the second for 1. Martini to first, a 4-6-3 double play. That ends the inning. We'll go to the 8th. Still a 2-run Stomper lead. Or 5-6 coming up for the Stockade. Cosimo Canella leads us off in the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Ethan Gibbons will come on. Cox for 5, Ethington for 2. So back to the Tartar conversation. 4-5-6 here in the 8th. Canella takes low and away. 3 schools in the entire country, 1 a high school, 1 a community college, and 1 a Division II university with the mascot of a Tartar. And what is a Tartar? You may be asking yourself, and Canella swings at the 1-0. A Tartar is a Mongolian warrior. So specifically for Kyle Ulande, their mascot was a Mongolian warrior with an oversized sword. Specifically, he held a sword in the logo, and the sword was as tall as his body in the logo. 2-1 the count. Gibbons' pitch to Canella is high and in, 3-1. So specifically for Kyle Ulande, the Torrance High School Tartars, their Mongolian Warriors. Here's the 3-1. Canella takes strike 2. Three and 2 Gibbons, the right-hander from Sassoon City, on 3-2. He strikes out Canella, so Gibbons out of the bullpen. Strikes out the first man he faces, 1 out. Here comes Gelfman. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 8th, Stompers lead 7-5. Here's Gelfman. He is 0 for 3. Gibbons out of the stretch, his first pitch. It's on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Ethan Gibbons, fastball, curveball, changeup. Fastball at high 80s, low 90s. Here's his 0-1 to Gelfman. Fastball, he checks his swing, says Gary Frieders. The count evens at 1-1 strike. They are in the top of the 9th in Vallejo with the Admirals leading the Pacifics 14-5. Marcus Montalongo just grounded to short, and that game is over. Right as we click into it, Montalongo grounds out, so not officially final yet. But 14-5, Vallejo over San Rafael. So right now the Stomper lead at 4 games even. 1-1 the count. Gibbons' pitch to Gelfman is low. For Ethan Gibbons, he's 1-2 with a 10.5 ERA. 26 strikeouts in 20 innings, but he's allowed 23 runs on 33 hits in those 20 innings. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Gelfman behind the fastball, and it's 2-2. Gibbons struck out Canelo to open the inning on 3-2. He has Gelfman at 2-2 in a 2-run game in the 8th. Right-hander deals. Outside and low. The count is full. Three and 2 the count. Gelfman stands back in, 1 out, nobody on. The pitch is inside, and he walked him. One out walk issued by Ethan Gibbons, and here is Jacob Wooler. Only 3 walks for this Stompers pitching staff tonight. One out man at first for Wooler. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Gibbons' first pitch. Popped up into the air right behind the pitcher's mound. Gata will make the catch. Boy, maybe. If Gata lets that thing fall, he has a double play. Wooler was not running out of the box, and standing at first base was Zane Gelfman. Here's Chuck Rocker. He's reached all 3 times, 2 singles and a fielder's choice. Rocker, the player manager in center field tonight. Against Gibbons, the first pitch is high and away with a fastball. Gelfman, the 1-out walk, he's at first. Gibbons on 1-0. Rocker takes on the inside corner. 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Rocker hits it in the air, left center field. Barfield is there, and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits. One left for Salina. We go to the home half of the 8th inning. 2-3-4 for the Stompers, trying to extend the lead. 7-5.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Max Biderowski, new pitcher for Salina here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-5, Stompers lead it. Biderowski, the 6'2 right-hander. He was in camp here with Sonoma and then going over to the Stockade. He'll face the 2-3-4 spots, Williams, DeAngelis, Hubbard. Biderowski, this will be the 12th game in which he's appeared, a 5.19 ERA, 17 1/3, 10 runs, all earned, 18 hits. In the Pacific Association before in 2017 with the Pittsburgh Diamonds, and then last year, a short stint with the Vallejo Admirals. So Miles Williams is looking for his first hit of the night. He's walked once and struck out 3 times. 2-3-4. Last of the 8th. Glad you're with us. First of 2 here this weekend. We're back here for a day game tomorrow, 1:05. The Vallejo Admirals will be here. First pitch to Miles Williams is outside. Ryan Richardson up in the bullpen, and if the score holds, he'll be going for his second save in 2 consecutive nights. Biderowski, the right-hander, out of the stretch at the belt. The 1-0 to Miles. Swing and a miss. Finally final in Vallejo, 14-5 Admirals over the Pacifics. Stompers lead sits at 4 games at the moment. Trying to make it 4.5. For a win tonight, here's the 1-1, and Williams breaks his bat, little blooper into left center field, and that falls for a hit. It died a Warrior. Williams has a leadoff single in the 8th. Here's Rob DeAngelis. He's 1 for 4. Miles Williams at first after the leadoff single. Richardson's going to try and close this thing out in the ninth. He'll have at least a 2-run lead. DeAngelo singled and scored in the sixth. The only time he's reached base tonight. Borowski's first pitch. DeAngelis takes out the knees for strike one. Big bats coming up for the Stompers. DeAngelis, Hubbard, Quitzer, Barfield. Here in the eighth, man at first. Nobody out, the 0-1. DeAngelis hits it on the ground, leaping at first. Canella, he goes to second, and Martini will hang on. That's all they'll get. Williams forced out 3-6. Dondre Hubbard's coming up. He's 2 for 3. A double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Scored back in the third inning on a Pedro Barrios RBI single. Then again in the sixth on Chris Quitzer's 2-run, 2-out single, double to center. DeAngelis at first, 1 away now. First pitch to Hubbard. Down below the knees for ball 1. Two-run game, 7-5. Stompers lead it. Here's the 1-0. Outside. Krause stood up as if he were going to throw behind DeAngelis at first, but he holds on. Richardson in the Stomper pen, nobody in the Salina pen. Two 0 the count to the man that leads the league in home runs and RBIs. Looking for his third hit of the night. Biderowski out of the stretch. The 2-0. Hubbard to right center field. That'll get into the gap. Cutting it off is Bird. It kicks away from him. Rocker picks it up and throws to second. DeAngelis has a single. Bird did a nice job getting over to the gap to just try and cut it off. It got a piece of his glove. And then Rocker picked it up and threw into second base. So they're at the corners for the 7th time tonight. 7 times the Stompers have had runners at the corners. Don't usually keep track of things like that. Quitzer is 2 for 4. 2-run double his last time in the 6th. Trying to increase the lead. First pitch. Quitzer takes a tailing fastball on the corner for strike 1. Richardson no longer throwing. We'll keep close eyes on him. Biderowski's 0-1, and Quitzer takes in the dirt. Dondre Hubbard up to second base on the ball in the dirt. One ball and 1 strike, second and third, 1 out. Quitzer can score a pair with a base hit. Infield in for the Stockade. Bishop in left over toward the line. Rocker straight away in center, and Bird is deep and right and off the line. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Quitzer sprays it out, a play off to the left. One ball, 2 strikes. Quitzer also looking for his third hit of the game. DeAngelis is at third with Hubbard at second. It's a 2-run game in the 8th. Biderowski at the belt, his 1-2. Quitzer tanks very high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Richardson back up now. Taking a little breather, I assume. Biderowski's inning here in the 8th with nobody up for the Stockade. Infield is in all the way around. Quitzer, the left-hander. The 2-2 pitch. In the air to center, right at Chuck Rocker. He goes back, makes the catch, moving to his right. DeAngelis will tag and score a sacrifice fly for Chris Quitzer. He's driven in 3 tonight, and it is 8-5. Staying at second base, Dondre Hubbard. Stompers now a 3-run lead, and here comes Jacob Barfield. Barfield tonight 0 for 2, a pair of walks. He scored a run back in the second inning. Biderowski with the Kimbrel-like position out of the stretch. Back flat, arm hanging straight down. Now up into the set position. He looks to second, the first pitch. Barfield fouls it back to the screen. Oh and 1 on the Stomper left fielder, Jacob Barfield. You can score Hubbard with a hit. 8-5. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball fouled off to the right. Almost like an 0-2 protective swing there from Jacob Barfield. Thought the curveball was going to break a little more over the plate. It stayed up and in. Nothing into the count. 2 out. Hubbard's at second. After the sac fly by Quitzer, scored Rob DeAngelis. Much needed insurance run. Hubbard with a walking lead at second, now the 0-2. Curve ball up near the chin of Barfield, and it's 1-2. Barfield climbs in. Biderowski toes from the third base side. Just about all the way dark here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. The 1-2 pitch. Barfield takes outside. That's a good take on what looked like a fastball with a little bit of cut on it from Max Biderowski. Started middle away, ended up off the plate. Richardson heating up for the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Barfield softly into center field. Rocker comes on, and he will make the catch. Stompers get a run on 2 hits. The sacrifice fly off the bat of Chris Quitzer. It's 8-5, and we go to the 9th. Enter Ryan Richardson. Try and slam the door.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Ryan Richardson, 5 for 5 in save opportunities so far this year, the 5'10 right-hander from Spokane. Got the save in last night's game, trying for his second in 2 days. A 1.10 ERA for Richardson in 16 1/3. He struck out 26 and walked just 2. His first pitch to Nick Krause is a little bit off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes, 8-9-1 for the Stockade, trailing 8-5 here in the 9th. Richardson out of the stretch. His 1-0 comes across a little bit high to Krause. 2 balls and no strikes. Richardson, the 29-year-old. The 2-0 pitch. Krause punches it shallow center. DeAngelis comes on, 1 out. Here's Omar Arntzen. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored a run in the second, and then was hit by a pitch and stranded at third in the 7th. Richardson, who has assumed the role of closer since Jacob Cox has moved to the starting rotation. His first pitch to the 9-hitter, the second baseman, Omar Arntzen. Here it is. And Arntzen squares around and takes strike 1. Napa beat Salina earlier today. Vallejo beat San Rafael, and the Stompers are trying to hand the Stockade their second loss of the day. Richardson at the belt on 0-1 to Arntzen, his pitch. Fouled away off to the right. Good time for Richardson here. He fell behind Krause 2-0. Had to come into Krause, who fly to center. Now way ahead of Arntzen, 0-2. He can pull out that changeup. It just, the bottom half falls out and it disappears. Here's his 0-2 pitch. He tried the changeup. It stayed inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Will he come out? Arntzen with the changeup again on back-to-back pitches. Here's his 1-2. Arntzen sprays it foul off to the right. One and 2, 1 out, nobody on. 9 spot at the plate. Richardson on 1 and 2 again. He deals. Check swing right back to Richardson. He catches it in the pocket, underhand, flips to Quitzer. 2 gone, and then Salina is down to their final out. Here's Justin Bird. 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. He's driven in 4 of the 5 Stockade runs tonight. Stockade, who have not scored since the top of the 3rd inning. Richardson's first pitch to the left-handed Bird is on the inside corner for strike 1. It was Cox for 5, Ethington for 2, Gibbons for 1. Now Richardson in the 9th, his 0-1 pitch. Bird checks his swing, and he went around, says Ron Adams, and Salina's down to the final strike. Cox 5, Ethington 2, Gibbons 1, now Richardson. 0-2, Richardson way ahead. He deals to Bird. Change-up misses low and away. Stompers trying to improve to 5-2 against the Stockade on the year. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Richardson. Outside again. Really trying to catch that outside corner to the left-handed Bird. With the changeup, he's just starting it. Looks like too much on the plate. Just diving away out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch from Richardson is fouled straight back. Richardson trying for a 1-2-3 ninth. He deals on 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike three, and that's the ball game. Richardson, a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Slams the door. Final totals for tonight's ball game. Stompers 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, they strand 10. For Salina, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, they strand 5. Willie Ethington gets the win, he is 2-0. Ben Herrick gets the loss, he's 1-2. Richardson gets the save, he is 6 for 6 in save opportunities this year as a team. The Stompers 9 for 9. The Stompers are 5-2 against the Stockade, 15-3 here at home, and now have a 4.5 game lead over San Rafael for first place. The Sonoma Stompers are now 23-8, and the Stockade fall to 9-23. Final time of tonight's ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Under 3 hours again tonight, the second night in a row. Quick turnaround, 1:05 game tomorrow. The Vallejo Admirals are in town, and the Stompers trying to end the weekend with a victory. Once again, Ethington the win, 2-0. Herrick the loss, 1-2. Richardson the save, his 6th. Stompers win 8-5. We'll see you tomorrow, 1:05 first pitch, right back here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. The Admirals in town. For everybody here with KSVY and for the Sonoma Stompers, I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Stompers win 8-5.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes, and if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.